Three, two, one. All right, we are live. What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the Referral Partner Acquisition Show. If you're new to the show, my name is Will Anagnos. I'm the founder and CEO at W Marketing Solutions. Again, if you're new to the show, we do this every single Friday at 12 Eastern, 12 noon Eastern, and we talk about how you can acquire referral partners, how you can retain them, and provide them value long term. And all three of those things obviously go together. So if you find this valuable today, please let us know by leaving a comment down below, by slapping that like button. Engage just so that we know that you find this valuable. Today, we're going to be talking about how you should do daily outreach and get your appointments and everything it takes and what you should prepare yourself with before actually starting to execute a strategy. So I want to go over a few things before I actually share my diagram with you. So daily outreach. Daily outreach is a term that I use a lot. I don't know if it's used a lot at your brokerages or wherever your work setting is. Daily outreach is, it looks like our stream is not live anymore. All right, we'll just continue as is. So daily outreach is prospecting every single day. It's the outreach that you do. Outreach can be a phone call. Outreach could be a text message. It could be an email. It could be a Facebook message, a Instagram message, a LinkedIn message, a request, a friend request, a connection request, a follow, a touch point. When you're touching someone, either physically or you're touching them by calling them, that's the touch point. So getting touch points in every single day, doing your daily outreach. If you are running a business, and you don't have something in place that either automatically or manually, if you don't have a procedure for daily outreach, that's the first thing you need to take care of. Don't worry about making videos. Don't worry about posting content for videos or for content or for social media is what I'm trying to say. Get your daily outreach strategies in place. And it's as easy as I'm going to make 10 phone calls a day. I'm going to send 20 friend requests on Facebook. I'm going to send 20 connection requests on LinkedIn. I'm going to follow 10 more people per day. And then whoever connects with me back, friends me back, follows me back, picks up the phone, responds to my email, those are people I will continue to engage with. And I will actually note that I would note it in my system. You would note it in your system. And the goal is to always have new leads being prospected as well as current leads. And leads could be borrowers. Leads could be prospective referral partners. So make sure that you have daily outreach going out every single day plus follow-ups. A lot of people, they don't even have that. They think, I can make 5 phone calls today, and then they get to, it's 5 o'clock and they're like, I just don't feel like it. And you're getting in your own way. That's why a lot of people that we work with, they have systems set up that do the daily outreach for them while they sleep. And whether you're doing that automatically or you have a system to do it, or you have a procedure that's manual, but still a procedure to do it. Let me give you an example of that really quick. So a procedure, a manual way of doing it could be what I just mentioned. I'm going to manually call people. I'm going to manually text them back, and I'm going to track it all manually in my, on a document or an Excel sheet. And that's possible. I did that for 12 months straight, and it worked. I succeeded, but it was a lot of work. And building systems around myself, and then for loan officers, it saves so much time, and it actually gets you a better result. So whether you're doing it manually or automatically, you're going to run into roadblocks. And so this is a chart that our team made, and let me just walk you through it. This is the pre-appointment flow. This is what you can or could or should be doing before the first appointment. So daily outreach. It all starts with daily outreach. Every single day you are doing something. So for example, if you're working with us, you've basically guaranteed, I hate using that word because there are no guarantees in life, but if you're working with us, by default, you are going to prospect 25 people, new people per day. 25, which is not a large number. I mean, you want to really strive for 100, but minimum 25. And so I want to ask you a question. If you're watching this live with us, you're watching this in the replay, how many touch points do you currently do every day? If you don't have an answer, if you're like, sometimes it's this, sometimes it's that, depends on how I'm feeling. Obviously, it depends on if I'm sick, if my kids are sick, etc. Then you don't have daily outreach, because if you miss a day, you just have outreach. And if it's not daily, it's sporadic. And if it's sporadic, it's not consistent. And I think you guys are getting my point. So you should always begin your outreach every single day, or have your systems do your outreach for you, or have your assistants. That's still a procedure, having someone else follow a to-do list for outreach. Begin your outreach. Touch point 1 would always be the, hey, I want to connect. Or if it's on the phone, it may be a little bit different. You are introducing yourself and you are also stating your purpose. So, but if you're doing this online, touch point 1 is just the introduction. Touch points 2 to 7, take this with a grain of salt, guys. I mean, 7 is what is the magic follow-up number. Well, you can go way beyond this. But what we've noticed is that real estate agents specifically, also financial advisors and divorce attorneys, they tend to get back to us around touch points 2 to 7. Very rarely on the first one. It happens though. Let me be even more specific. It can be 3, 4, 5, like really after the third, because the second touch point is going to be your state your purpose, and the third one will be your follow-up. Regardless of what touch point they respond to, the point of following up is to be consistent. It's the same reason why you've been coached to call your leads 5 times or 7 times, or follow up with your real estate agents X amount of times. So what most people struggle with is after the first touch point, they'll call them once and they'll forget to call them again. Now, if you're watching this and you're like, that's not me, good. But believe it or not, that's a lot of people. Sad. So, and the point of this video is not to make you feel bad if that's you. The point is to motivate you and to show you exactly what you need to do. And if you want to do it, I'm showing you. If you don't know how, just book a call with me and we can chat. I'm happy to help you. So first touch point would be the first step. Then the next day, number 2. And you do this every day, plus the follow-ups over here. Now, that brings me to the third bubble or third circle. Short-term follow-ups. If anyone says, get back to me in a little bit, make sure you have either your manual system or your automatic system follows up with them within the next couple of days, within a week or less. Because some leads, some prospective partners, some prospects, let's use the word prospects, some prospects do want to speak with you, just not yet. So you got to set up your short-term follow-up. That brings me to long-term follow-up. Some leads, some prospects, they're going to say, I'm not interested. Contact me in 3 months. Or some may say, some may say, I'm not interested. That's it. But you need to have a procedure for long-term follow-up. You have no idea how many, if you're a client watching this, you probably started working with us after meeting us at touch point 1, months going by, maybe up to a year. We followed up long-term, which we could have easily not have done. We could have forgotten, but we had systems set up so that we didn't have to think about it. It just happened. And then a follow-up went out. Someone wanted to speak with us, or someone, it's an understatement. And then we either worked together, or we solved the problem for them, or whatever it was. I'm being hypothetical. But the point is, you need to not only do your daily outreach and your touch points 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, but in between these touch points, you're going to get people asking you to follow up short-term, follow up long-term. You're going to get people who are not going to ask you to do that, but you know it's the right thing to do. For example, if someone says, I'm not sure if I want to speak with you, that's a neutral response. So you want to either follow up with them until you get a response, a yes or a no, because right now it's neutral. And that could be short-term, that could be long-term. The point is, these are things that you have to do on your own, with or without a system, because not everyone's going to pick up their phone on the first try. Not everyone's going to respond to their first email or to your first email. So you're going to need to do these touch points. And within these touch points, you will have to follow up. Now, there are times where you begin your outreach, you do some touch points, and the prospect says, yeah, I want to chat. And you skip all the way to appointment confirmations. That happens a lot. But sometimes you have to follow up, short-term, long-term, or even, and this is a new thing that we haven't talked about yet, handle objections. I'm happy with my lenders. I'm not interested in speaking with you. I only work with lenders in my local area. I only work with lenders in this area, in X, Y, and Z area. I've already have relationships set up for the last 20 years. I already have an in-house lender. Comment another one down below. I'd love to hear it. So handling objections is something that you have to face anyways, on the phone, via email, via text, on social media, face to face. You'll have to handle objections. So the reason why people work with us, and I'm not going to go into detail, but the reason why people work with us is because all of this is taken care of. The first touch points, the follow-ups, the short and long-term follow-ups, and the objection handling. So if you are doing your daily outreach, you have to make sure you have your follow-ups in place, your scripts for following up. You have to have scripts for this, or frameworks that our scripts can be built off of, and objection handling scripts for all those objections I just mentioned. Like, they're going to happen, so be prepared. These are the 1, 2, 3, 4 roadblocks you have to hop over until you get an appointment with anybody. I mean, the referral partners that you're working with today, was it easy peasy? If it was, cool. If it wasn't, a little bit more realistic. But the point is, this video today is you need to be doing daily outreach every day, because lots of leads will get stuck here, or stuck here, or stuck here, or stuck here. But every day, the ones that convert and not slip through the cracks, but make it to the end of the funnel. Like, this is the top of the funnel where you're prospecting who's ever on your list. You know, it could be a physical list, it could be a list of friends online, whatever. It could be random. But who's coming out at the end? At this point, if your process is correct and your strategy is effective, over at the end of the funnel, you should only have people who are raised their hands, willing and wanting to speak with you. And everybody else who's not interested, everybody else who already has, a lender they're happy with, everybody else who's, only going to do business with the people that they've been working with the last 20 years, those people don't make it to the appointment confirmation. Those people are not qualified to work with you. You're not qualified to work with me if you're mean. Like, that's a qualification, guys. So if you're not interested in working with me, you're not qualified, or they're not qualified to work with you. You don't want to work with people who don't want to work with you. You want to work with people who do. And so having a procedure that fills up your pipeline every single day without you having to think about it, forget how much stress that removes from your business. Like, daily outreach is the key. As long as you have daily outreach, and everyone that works with us does, everything, all this stuff is taken care of. And if you are not working with us, or if you're working with another company, this stuff needs to be taken care of by them or by you. Regardless, the point is you must have daily outreach going on. And once you do, it'll filter out everyone else, and the ones who are interested will come out at the end. And this leads me to the last strategy. You must have a strategy for appointments. You can't just book an appointment and I'll call you then. How many times have you been ghosted? How many times did they not pick up their phone because they forgot? How many times did they really genuinely not want to speak with you and they just accepted the call and they were just afraid to say no? And you hop on the call and it's a disaster. It's a waste of time. Well, having an appointment and confirmation reminder strategy is so easy. It's so simple, and it increases the appointment show rate by, I don't have the number, but by a lot. I'm not going to lie to you and just pull out a number. But ever since implementing our appointment confirmation strategy, almost nobody doesn't show up to the realtor loan officer appointments. And the only individuals that don't show up actually respond to the reminders and say, hey, I'm not going to make it. Very polite, very professional, very courteous. So imagine if you don't have daily outreach, you need to. And then if you do have daily outreach, do you have scripts for your touch points? Do you have scripts for your follow-ups? Do you have scripts for your objections? And do you have scripts for your confirmations? And do you have systems to do all that automatically so that you could just sleep or work on your files and have the call? Like me personally, I wake up and I have calls. All this other stuff is taken care of. All of our loan officers, all of our mortgage broker clients, they just attend their calls. All of this, well, most of them, some of them do this. But the procedures are in place and they just have to attend to interest. So whether you have a marketing company working with you, whether you are a marketer and a loan officer, whether you are just on the loan officer side, daily outreach is the answer to always having opportunities. But just having daily outreach is not going to yield a high conversion rate, which means not a lot of money in your bank account every single month, which is hard unless you have these things in place. Because everyone in the center, they cycle until they either say no or they say, let's book an appointment. And once they're there, it's just nice having a system that does all this. So I don't think we're live in the Facebook group, but we are live on YouTube and on LinkedIn. So I'm really glad about that. Unfortunately, it looks like the streaming destination did not connect. Oh well. Well, that's all for today. If you are able to contact me down in the comments down below, please drop your comment. If there's a like button or a love button, please slap that so I know that you loved or liked this content today. The point of these videos is to show you exactly what you need to do so that you can grow your mortgage business. It does not need to be complex. It just prospecting every single day and then being prepared for all the roadblocks before the first call. So like, this is the beginning, this is the end, this is everything in the middle. And if you don't have these things taken care of, then I highly recommend that we have a phone call or a Zoom call and we get you some sort of system in place. We have strategies that fit all budgets, so that should not be a concern. Even the newbiest of the newbiest loan officers are working with us and very happy. And it doesn't cost them that much either. It's actually a great investment back because of the time investment they get short term and the monetary investment they get long term once they close. Referrals from referral partners, the best type of business to be closed. So that's all for today, guys. If you found this valuable, please let me know in the comments section down below. If I don't talk to you today, guys, have a great weekend. I love you, and I hope you guys have an awesome weekend. Take care, and I'll see you guys next Friday. Take care.